Hi there, everybody. How's it going? This is Alexandra Loves. I'm so excited to be sharing this video with you because I'm going to tell you what happened to me last night. First, I'm going to invite a whole bunch of people, so stick with me. I'm going to sing a little elevator music while I do that. Tall and tan and young and lovely, the girl from Ipanema goes walking. When she goes walking, everyone she walks by says, ooh, ah, oh, do, 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 do. Sing the words if you know them here. Oh, da, 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 and da, 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 da. Da 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 da. Okay, done inviting. Here we go. Manifesting, mother of dragons. I have a story for you. Now, manifestation circle starts on Sunday. That's in 2 days. If you want to be part of that, click the link above. Join the group, the Magic School of Love. I'm doing free manifestation circles. I'm going to do them for as many people for as long as I can. I want you there. Hey, Kate, how's it going? How's it going? Okay, so there's this idea about... You guys are going to love this story. Okay, there's this idea that in order to manifest your dreams and everything that you want, that you have to be happy all the time and you have to be excited all the time. And as we know, that is not true. It's not true. Life is messy. We can get angry. Hey, CJ, how's it going? How Raven? I love you. So I'm going to tell you a story. It's crazy of what happened to me last night, or actually this morning at 3 o'clock in the morning. And I'm telling it to you because I want you to feel inspired that even if you're not in the best place, even if everything's not happy and joyful, that you can still pull in what you want with the universe, all right? Burn them all, she says. Okay, so what happened? So I am in the process of doing a lot of shifting in my life, okay? I'm a professional network marketer. I'm also a coach. I have businesses in both those things. Both those things are growing. There's a lot of I'm getting myself out of debt. There's a lot of finances moving around. And this week I made a mistake in my finances and I got overdrawn. And I'll tell you what, this girl has good credit and this girl's never missed a bill. And this is the first time it's ever happened and has never seen the exorbitant fees that come with overdrawing. I've never seen it. I've only heard about it, but it happened. And so it happened at a time when I was doing larger investments in my future. And so I was basically in a situation where I needed to hit a mark money-wise by a certain time today, 9 a.m. today. So here I am driving. Thank God I have Lyft and Uber. Thank God I have something that I can just get in my car. Thank God I have a networking company that I can bring in money on the side, giving people a link to. Thank God I have my coaching business. I have so many avenues, but last night I needed to get in my car and drive. That's what I needed to do. So I get in my car and I drive, and I think the mark was like $80, $60 or $80 or something like that. And that was it. I just need to get that and deposit in my bank account by 9 a.m. tomorrow. So let me tell you, friends, I was tired. I was not in the mood I am right now yesterday. I was really, really tired, and I had gotten some bad news, and also Oregon's on fire, and all of my friends, I have a whole bunch of friends in Montana, which is on fire, and a whole bunch of friends in California, which is on fire. I'm feeling the burn literally in my soul. I have tons of friends in Louisiana, Texas, and Florida, and Puerto Rico. So all of them are dealing with water. So I am stressed. Okay. And so as I'm driving last night, after a long day of work and knowing I also have to be up at 6 o'clock this morning, I just break down a little bit and I'm like, I don't want to live like this. I don't want to have to feel like I'm running after, trying to drive through the night in order to pay this bill. I feel disempowered. I need help. And I'm just like angrily just saying, help. I need help. Please help me. Whatever it takes. Like, I just need help. I need help in this moment. I need help. Which another thing, friends, if you don't know me, this is a journey for me. It's not easy always for me to ask for help. And as I get a deeper connection with my relationship with the divine, with source energy, I've learned that this is something I should do more often, and it is my birthright, and I'm worthy of asking for help. So I'm asking for help. The next thing that happens is I pick up this guy, okay? So I drive up, and he's like kind of like walking like this towards my car, and his friends come up to this side of my car, and he is drunk. Now, on a normal basis, when I used to drive for Lyft a long time ago, I drove all the time. I drove through the night all the time. If somebody were to walk up to my car that way, I would say, hell no. I'd cancel the ride. I'd drive off. I wouldn't even say anything. I'd just go. All right. But this guy, I chose to drive this person because I needed the money. I went against my intuition and my standards because of the money. And that is not how I want to live my life. It does not matter that I overdrew. It does not matter that I am figuring out the struggle of prosperity, debt, being open, and changing my story. I went against my standards, and I went against my intuition. So that's the first thing that made me angry. All right? What happened then? Then his friends come up to the side of the car, and I was like, your friend is drunk. I can't drive him. And they're like, he'll be fine. I'm like, I don't want him to puke in the car. They're like, look, we know it's important for you to be safe. He's a good guy. He's a Lyft driver. Like, he looks really drunk, but he'll be fine. Okay. And I knew they were full of shit. I knew they were. And I still was stuck on, I need the money, and I couldn't get out of it. I was just, that story that I've been trying to get out of, it was there. It was there. So against my better judgment, he gets in the car. I have him sit on this side in the back seat so I can see his movements. He's just like, you know, like drunk people can be. And I say, hey, you need to stay awake. You need to put on your seatbelt. Like, if you feel like you're going to be sick, let me know. I'll let you out of the car. If you've ever been a Lyft driver or driving your friends around and you've had this conversation, I've had this conversation more than once. So we drive. And the whole time I'm already seething because I feel how I just went against my standards. I feel how I allowed this group of people with their story be bigger than my own, right? So I'm driving, and we're on this empty street in the middle of, I don't even know where we were going, and I start to hear it. I start to hear that sound. You all know what that sound is. And I stop the car, I turn around, this guy's just like puke, like in my windowsill. Have any of you ever cleaned puke out of a windowsill? It takes a long time, and it's really gross, and there's chunks. It's so bad. So, okay, so then I get really angry because I knew it was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen. So I get out of my car, and I'm doing this, and I'm like, get out of my car, open the door, get out of my car, right? And as I'm walking around, I feel myself start to leave my body. I was so angry. And I think I might have already said, I don't express anger very often. It's probably something I could get better at. And I'm just like, get out of my, what are you doing? Okay. This guy who's 3 times the size of me gets out of my car. He's all drunk, and he gets this close to me, and he says, what is wrong with you? Let's let that sink in for a minute. That's right. Burn them all. Let me tell you something. I have spent over a decade healing from the seed of that concept in my mind. What is wrong with me? Oh my God. Oh my God. Can you imagine what this world would be if we just didn't have that concept grounded in our twisted psyches? He asked me what was wrong with me, who just puked in my windowsill of my car. Okay, so this is what happened. I fully left my body, and the words that came out of my mouth were not my own. It was like 1,000 voices came out of me. It was like I was seeing stars. I was so angry. And I challenged this man to fight me. Like, challenged. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? You have no idea the day I've had. Are you going to hit me? Are you going to hit me? And he started like going like this, like, yeah, what's your problem? What's wrong with you? And I was like, go ahead. Go ahead. And the thoughts that came through my mind about what I was going to do to this person were not typical for Alexandra. Not even close. I couldn't even believe it. So eventually, so what's he seeing is from me. And so he kind of like backs up and like drunkenly runs down the street, and I'm still standing there out of my body going, where are you going? I'm calling him back for the fight. Okay, and I did not care if I was gonna get hurt. This guy, okay, when I was up this close to him, I was looking up. That's how big he was. That's how big he was. And I was calling him back to fight me. Oh my God. Where does that come from, you know? So I get in my car, and all this stuff is coming up for me. You know, I went against my tuition. I knew this was going to happen. You know, he didn't fight me. For some reason, that was a issue, that he didn't fight me. And I'm screaming out the windows. I'm like, ah! I'm so angry. And I felt like so much rage was coming out of me, not just from me, but for like a lot of people that have manifested this situation, whatever the situation represents in their life, right? So here I am driving home. I'm taking pictures to send to Lyft so they can, you know, when that happens, when you're working for Lyft, you send pictures and they tell you what they're going to do about it, right? And by the time I got home, I'm on the phone with a good friend of mine who's just like, oh, mother of dragons. Now, don't get mad at me. I've never seen Game of Thrones. But she did explain it to me. It was Mother of Dragons. It was Wrath of Kali. It was every oppressed woman. It was our land is burning. It was all of my life is underwater. It was everything was coming through me. Everything. It was all my story around money and how much it means. Because the other thing that was happening was I got to go home and clean this puke out of the car, and I have 2 more hours to hit this mark of what I need. I have to get back. I have to put myself back in this situation where this could happen again. That's how pissed I was. Just all of this was swirling around. So my friend is like calming me down, and she held space and heard my story. And I'll tell you what, this is where the manifestation comes in, right? I have Q-tips cleaning chunks out of my windowsill. And like trying not to, you know, match the puke with the smell. The smell is coming. I'm like, oh, I'm like cleaning it out. Let me tell you guys something. By the time I was done cleaning my car, Lyft had gotten back to me and told me they were going to pay me 3 times of what I actually needed for the rest of the night. By the time I got upstairs to wash myself off, the money was already in my express pay, meaning I could click a button and it would just come through. And before I went to bed, that I didn't need to drive anymore because I had the money. And before I got into bed, that money I could click and it went to my bank, and it cleared in my bank before I woke. So here I was asking for help, and I was in desperation, and I was in anger, and I was in maybe a little resentment, and I was feeling a little lonely. And I did not judge myself for any of those things. I was fully in it. And I was asking for help. I asked for help. And I went through, and the universe sent me someone to help me purge some stuff I didn't need anymore. Literally. And 3 times what I needed, and in record time. So, thank you for listening to that story. I just want to say I am so grateful for you being here, and I'm so grateful to be heard. And I'm bringing this to everyone, anybody who wants to feel that vibration and know that no matter what is going on in your life, whatever it is, you are not left out of being supported by the universe. That's it. I love you. Mother of Dragons. So cool. I can't wait to start watching Game of Thrones now. All right. If you want to work with me, we're doing the manifestation circles. The link is up above. There's so many ways to work with me. If you're into the e-commerce green foods industry, bringing plant medicine to the world, you can do that with me too. You can give me hugs on the street. You can come to my meetups in PDX. I want to see you all. Share the video. Comment on the video. Thank you so much for being here. Mwah. I love you. Bye.